At 80, Eric Clapton has lived a life that most musicians can barely imagine. Decades of sold-out arenas, timeless guitar solos, and the reputation as one of the greatest guitarists to ever plug into an amplifier. But behind all the applause, behind the calm, almost soft-spoken personality, there's another side to Eric. A side shaped by rivalries, clashes, and the kind of unspoken tension that only exists between powerful musical giants. And now, for the first time, Eric Clapton has openly revealed the 5 musicians he hated the most, not out of cruelty, but because of the fierce competitiveness, envy, and ego that define rock's golden age. Tonight on Hollywood Spotlight, we take a deep look into the rivalries Clapton kept quiet for years.
1. Jimi Hendrix. Eric Clapton admired Jimi Hendrix deeply, but the admiration came with a complicated mix of fear, resentment, and bruised pride. When Hendrix first arrived in London, Clapton was already celebrated as God, the best guitarist of his era. Then Hendrix walked in, played like a man from another planet, and suddenly the throne didn't feel so secure anymore. Clapton once admitted that Hendrix terrified him, not because he disliked him as a person, but because Hendrix pushed him to a place of insecurity he had never known. The hate wasn't personal. It was the hate that grows when a rival makes you question everything you thought you were.
2. Ginger Baker. Cream was legendary, but behind the scenes, the tension between Clapton and drummer Ginger Baker could have lit a match in a dynamite factory. Baker was unpredictable, fiery, and often impossible to control. Eric hated the chaos, the outbursts, the arguments, the constant push and pull of power within the band. Clapton once said that working with Ginger felt like living inside a thunderstorm. Their music was great, their relationship was not.
3. Yngwie Malmsteen. Clapton never had much patience for shredders, the fast, flashy guitar heroes who came after him, and Yngwie Malmsteen topped that list. Malmsteen's high-speed style, technical showmanship, and sometimes arrogant attitude irritated Clapton. Eric felt it was music without soul, skill without emotion. He didn't hate Yngwie the person, he hated what he represented, a new era that seemed to make his bluesy, heartfelt approach feel old-fashioned.
4. Eddie Van Halen. Eric Clapton respected Eddie Van Halen, but he struggled with the shadow Eddie cast over the guitar world. Clapton was Eddie's hero, yet Eddie became the new benchmark. Younger fans weren't asking about Clapton anymore. They were asking if he could play like Eddie. That stung. Clapton once admitted he felt replaced by Eddie's explosive style. The tapping, the speed, the innovation, all of it made Clapton feel like the musical world was leaving him behind. The hate came from insecurity, not hostility. 5. Bob Dylan. This one surprises people, but Clapton has openly talked about his complicated relationship with Bob Dylan. Clapton loved Dylan's songwriting, the poetry, the vision, the storytelling, but he hated Dylan's attitude. Dylan could be cold, dismissive, and brutally honest in ways that cut deep. Clapton felt that Dylan never really respected him as an equal, and that lack of recognition burned for decades. They worked together, they admired each other, but there was always a quiet bitterness between them.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.